What if I told you that one small habit you never think about could silently control your energy, focus, and motivation every single day? No supplements. No extreme routines. Just one decision for 30 days that millions argue about but few actually test. This is not a myth, not a trend, and not a miracle story. It's a personal challenge that changes how you feel, think, and act. So what really happens if you don't masturbate for 30 days? Just the real experience. Day 1 feels normal. Nothing special. Your brain doesn't panic yet. Life continues as usual. You still wake up, eat, scroll your phone, and go through your routine without noticing any difference. But mentally, something changes. You become aware of how often the urge appears automatically. You realize it's not about desire. It's about habit. A reaction, not a decision. By day 3, your brain starts asking questions. It wants the quick dopamine it's used to. This is where most people quit. Not because it's hard physically, but because the mind wants comfort. You feel slightly restless. Bored moments feel longer. Silence feels louder. And that's the first lesson. You were using the habit to escape boredom, not pleasure. Around day 5, energy starts feeling different. Not higher yet, just less wasted. You sleep a bit deeper. You wake up with fewer random thoughts pulling you back into old routines. Your focus improves, not magically, but because your brain isn't constantly chasing stimulation. Day 7 hits differently. You feel proud. 1 week already feels like an achievement. Confidence doesn't explode, but it becomes quieter and more stable. You start looking people in the eyes longer. Not because you're braver, but because you're more present. Your mind feels cleaner. Less fog. Less guilt. Less internal noise. By day 10, motivation changes shape. You want to move, train, create, or improve something. That stored energy looks for an outlet. If you don't give it one, it turns into frustration. This is why exercise, learning, or work becomes important during this challenge. Day 12 is dangerous. Urges come back stronger, testing your discipline. Not because your body needs anything, but because your brain misses the shortcut to pleasure. When you resist, something powerful happens. You prove to yourself that you are in control. Day 14 feels like a reset point. 2 weeks without giving in. Self-respect increases. Not ego. Respect. The kind that doesn't need validation. You start enjoying simple things more. Music, walks, conversations, silence. Your dopamine system begins to rebalance. Small wins feel rewarding again. Day 16 brings clarity. You think more before acting. Less impulse, more intention. Social anxiety decreases slightly. You feel more grounded in your body. You speak slower. You listen better. You react less emotionally. By day 18, discipline becomes easier. The habit loses power over you. This is the moment you realize the challenge isn't about not doing something. It's about learning how to sit with discomfort without escaping. Day 20 feels calm. Not exciting, not dramatic, just stable. Your energy feels steady throughout the day instead of sharp spikes and crashes. You stop counting hours and start focusing on progress. Day 22 builds quiet confidence. You trust yourself more. When you say, "I'll do it," you actually do it. By day 24, your habits start changing automatically. Less mindless scrolling. Less procrastination. More action. You don't feel like a superhero. You feel like a disciplined human. Day 26 reminds you why most people never try this challenge. Because it forces you to face yourself without distractions. Day 28 feels powerful. You've proven something real. Not to the internet. Not to friends. To yourself. Your confidence now comes from evidence, not motivation.